everyone, Mark the Movie Man here, and today we've got a familiar director here with a story and film that's a little bit different than the material we've reviewed in the past for this director. And today we are talking about Fatal Desires from director Sean Donahue. And here we have this erotic thriller where we have Todd Hamilton and Hannah Hamilton. They've been having some trouble lately. Todd has not exactly been faithful to Hannah. Well, no, he hasn't been faithful to Hannah because he feels their marriage is on the rocks. Hannah can't figure out how to connect with Todd and maybe spark things back in their life romantically and sexually. So, at the advice of a friend, Hannah hires Aurora Bennett, a guidance, a couples counselor and sex counselor. And you think at first Aurora is there to help this couple, but little does the Hamiltons know that Aurora is there actually to break them apart so that she can benefit from making money from an inheritance from the Hamiltons. And we see how all of this works out in Fatal Desires. Man, you know, if you would have told me that we would still be getting Skinamax 11 p.m. Saturday night type films, I'd be like, yeah, okay, no, in today's world, you're not really going to get those, but you have those, and you have that here with Fatal Desires. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s with Cinemax, at 11 p.m. at night, there was always those erotic thrillers that the story was very familiar and a bit formulaic, but that's not exactly why most people watch the films. And in here, you know, we've got some interesting characters. You've got your basic, like I said, unfaithful husband in the form of Todd Hamilton, who's played a very fun role by Andre Noir. I thought he did very well in here as Todd Hamilton. This guy that you're not going to care for too much. You're really not, but you're not supposed to, okay, because of his behavior. And then Hannah Hamilton's played by Alice Winkler. We've seen Winkler before, very talented indie art actress. And here she's putting her all. You feel her emotions. You feel her disconnect with Todd and her conflicting feelings that she might actually start have a little bit with Aurora. And, you know, and I loved this. She's kind of the innocent out of the three here, and the one that you feel the most sympathy for. And then we have another indie talent here. Jessa Jupiter Flux is in here as Aurora Bennett, and she's playing the sex counselor, and Jessa's having a lot of fun in this role. You know, this kind of femme fatale, just dripping with not only sexuality, but personality, and that underlying, you know there's something else going on with her, especially as the film plays out. We also get in here Sushi Holder as Candace. She shows up in here as well. Always great to see Sushi, and she's having a fun in this role. And yeah, Joe Makowski plays Detective Robert Pine. He's a guy who's yeah, he's trying to solve a series of murders that are occurring while we have this trio of individuals trying to work out the problems with the Hamiltons. There's murders going on, and could the Hamiltons be connected to these murders? Well, you know, you've got to watch the film to find out, but that's what Detective Robert Pine is doing through most of the film, bugging Todd, bugging Aurora, and a number of other people. Yeah, I mean, this is a deep cinema, but by all means, there are some fun performances in here. Folks putting their all into what they know is one of those erotic thriller type stories, and they lean into that. And it's not going to be for everyone. There are some rather mature scenes in this film, as you might expect from Sean Donahue, but it's just interesting seeing Donahue take on a subject that's not involving horror as so much as this kind of erotic thriller with some crime elements in it. Also, a nice shout out touch to them having a copy of Playboy that happened to be one that had a young Trump interview in it. I did catch that. I thought that was just a nice little touch to the whole erotic thriller theme of the film. So, Fatal Desires, yeah, this is your bag if you're a fan of any of these folks in here or of Sean Donahue and are familiar with his work. You're going to want to check it out. I had fun. The production value is decent in here. It's mostly character driven, so the sets you have look good, and the audio is decent in here as well. So yeah, check it out. And if you have seen Fatal Desires, please let me know in your constructive comments what you thought of it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.